break our ass back in the day. Like it was hard fucking work. Remember doing like 7 or 8 shows on a fucking Saturday night, driving around and
but I'd rather do those 7 on a Saturday than that one you got to drive to Springfield or Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Oh God!
And do a bowling alley with a bunch of like.
Listen, man, you're going to West Adams. You got to take the 2. You got the 2 high. Have you ever been on the 2 North, man? It's unbelievable.
No, I've never been on the 2 North. Barry.
Drive all the way up. It's just it's past Springfield, man. You got
past Springfield.
You got to stop in Boston and pick up Don Gavin, man.
Why would I have to stop in Boston if I'm going to Springfield?
Listen,
Barry, I'm confused.
You got to just listen. The gig's $75. Will you take it, man?
Sure.
It's canceled. Sorry,
but you just hello.
I'm
hello.
Sorry.
Look, I got Godfrey on the other line. I gotta go, man.
Listen, man.
How do you wind up getting Adventure Time, like the gig of all gigs?
Fucking audition, man. Just
do you audition as a voice guy? Is it the same as auditioning for like acting, where you go into a room?
Yeah, sometimes.
Show them what you got.
Yeah. Putting on a show. Here it comes.
I need dolls to sparkle, dolls to shine. Are you there, God? It's me, Neely O'Hara.
Yeah, you go in, you record stuff. You can record stuff at home. And for auditions, you can go show up at your agent's office and audition. For those of you that are listening that don't know, it's just, that's it. You just record stuff, and sometimes you'll show up at a casting director's office. You'll read for them. You'll read in studio. They'll have a studio session set up. A bunch of callbacks will come in or what have you, and you'll go in and do stuff. And listen, you and I both know how we can work a microphone, so that's, that, when I say cut, when I said cut our teeth earlier, that's really like how to work a room.
Yeah.
That is invaluable. I have found that is invaluable to
you can be in a room for 15 minutes before I even
read anything.
Everybody in the
everybody's
room.
cracking. And everybody's cracking
in the
up.
waiting room after you's like, God, I don't have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. You see, it's quiet sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's nice to know that
sit in the silence in the waiting room, trying to figure out what the fuck I did. And I come out and just like, hey guys, have a great audition. Gagoosh! Boom! Kill him with kindness.
How do you know what voice to use? That's and the few voiceover auditions I've had that weren't straight like the new Chevy Impala, like when it's just your voice.
Yeah.
But like for a cartoon, how do they show you a picture and you go?
They'll show you.
I think he sounds like this.
Yeah, they'll show you a picture. You'll see what they look like. If he's a big guy, you want to have a big voice, maybe, or maybe you're gonna go against the grain, and say, he's a giant, but he talks like this. Who knows? Anything that he's got anything in his mouth or anything.
When you're done, let's say you go for the high voice,
yeah,
and they're like, all right, thanks a lot. Do you then go, I also have a deep voice? Or you just go one shot?
I'll tell them that before I do the high voice. I'll be like, well, I thought about it this way. I thought about it this way. What do you what were you thinking? If I look at something, if it's just copy, and they have a description like the character Bible or whatever, and it says this is what they are. Da, 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 da. It's like, okay, fine. Sometimes you mix and match. You throw in half of an impression here and half of an impression there. Like with Futurama, for example, like Bender is a combination of 3 things. Slim Pickens.
I never knew.
No?
No.
What in the hell in the wide world of sports is it going on?
Well.
Yeah. Just that.
Hysterical.
It's every drunk in the bar back east. I'm going to tell you one thing. And then there was a guy I went to college with, Ralph Colombino, and he used to do the Charlie the Sausage Lover. And Charlie the Sausage Lover was
a character he made up.
It was a character he made up when we would do it back and forth.
Now the Sklar brothers do it.
Now the Sklar brothers are totally doing it and thanking Ralph
Circles.
Colombino in the same sentence.
Callbacks.
Bringing them back.
So what was the sausage guy?
The sausage guy was this guy. He was, love sausage. The sausage is fun to have fun hold. You can have all kinds of sausage. Italian
It seems
sausage,
like it's
hot sweet
60% sausage guy, and then the other 30% is chopped, or 40. I'm not good at math.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
And then 20 and 20 for Slim Pickens. And,
I'm 40% math.
But Bender's is a mixture of those, and
So that's, I mean, you play with it. You tweak it.
How long did you do Futurama?
We're still well.
It's still on.
It's still on. There's 13 more episodes coming up in June. After that, who knows? I think we'll probably get it. I think we'll probably get back to doing some more. I'd like to do some more.
Do you get residual money like in acting, or is it a whole different voiceover?
No, well, with that, it's pretty decent, residual. But you get a percentage of what it's just, some gigs are scale plus 10 or whatever, and you get paid a percentage on that or whatever, for the residual. But for the most part, we've been doing Futurama since 1999.
Yeah. Do you ever do the voices in the? When I saw you, my wife was Silver Sable on the Spider-Man cartoon that you were doing Rhino and Sandman on, and I was impressed that you and Clancy Brown were actually in the room at the same time. But I would think that most of the time you do it alone.
Well, it varies from show to show.
Like Futurama, are you standing next to Katie Seagal?
If Katie can be there, yeah. If Katie can be there, yeah, sure. If Katie's in the room, great. A lot of the time, though, now she's been doing Sons of Anarchy, so she hasn't been able to be there. But everybody else is there: Billy West, Maurice LaMarche, Lauren Tom, Dave Herman,
and oddly, Mickey Sklar.
Mickey Sklar comes in and he does some voices. That fucking Mickey Sklar.
They're friends of mine. I don't know anything about this.
No, it's nothing. I should let it go. Yeah, I should let it go. That's what I should
not
do.
really. If it's your intellectual property. Here's the thing that's confounding to me is what you guys did was so entirely unique. I can't imagine anyone doing it.
Well, that's what I mean. A lot of comics. I heard a lot of comics were like, that was a lot funnier when Red Johnny the Wrong Guy did it. Like, would just say that straight up in their face. I
really only know them from like sports talk radio and seeing them like at Gotham, and they were doing their own like stories about their actual family. So I definitely, my radar antenna would have been way up on
but
that
I mean, we're talking about back then. We're talking about, I mean, like 97.
All right,
what I mean?
Turn the page.
Tell me about it, dude.
Turn the page.
Turn the fucking page.
They're good boys.
I'm holding
I think
on to some. It's just I'm so angry about it.
What show?
Honestly, dude. No, honestly, you're right though. If Tim had just shut his fucking mouth and just been like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this fucking thing, we would have still been doing. We would have still had an act.
Are you saying Tim? Red Johnny and the Round Guy broke up because Tim said he didn't want to do it anymore?
No, I said I didn't want to do it anymore because Tim was driving me fucking crazy.
But isn't that... You don't think Jerry Lewis drove Dean Martin crazy?
Yeah, I know. I'm an asshole.
No, obviously, one of you is a waiter in Connecticut.
No. Yeah.
And it's not the guy doing Bender on Futurama.
Yeah.
Do you guys still talk?
No. I don't. I haven't talked to him.
Wow.
Since 97. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
That poor guy can't turn on a TV without crying. Every time he turns on the TV, he's like, say what?
Yeah.
He just sees you.
Well, fucking reap what you sow. I mean, he's tried to get in touch with me, and it's just like, no, it's the same shit. It's the same. He's a troubled individual, man.
When you do, I don't know what it's like to be in a comedy team. When you're in a comedy team, I guess, you got like stars in your eyes and you're like, we're going to get together like 5 days a week. We're going to approach just like a job. We're going to write all the bits.
Get away from me. You know what I mean? Just get away from me. It's like,
that's what it becomes?
It becomes just everything that you don't.
Do you think like Garfunkel and Oates, those two chicks, like right now they're just sitting in a hotel room in New
No,
Brunswick
you know
going,
what? I know those. I know
those.
No, I know them. And
how long
they're
till
great.
they hate each other?
You know what? They do separate shit. We never did separate shit. Tim was dependent on the act. And then
you're acting like you ran a bowling alley on the side.
Yes, I totally ran it. But how did you know? Pick my brains. It was awesome.
How are you not dependent on the act too?
Free shoes,
but only for a little while.
Only for a little while. You had to trade them off.
How are you not dependent on the act?
No, listen. Let me say this. When I later on,
I'm picking scabs here. This is good.
You're totally fucking picking scabs. This is brutal. Do you have any hydrogen peroxide?
I know you want to smell it.
Oh, I know you want to smell it. Dude, the fucking act. My God. This is a scab picker. No, towards the end of the act, I was like, listen, I got to do some other shit. I want to do some other things. So I started doing voiceover and commercials and shit like that. Like I got a legit agent and a commercial agent, and he got the agent because I got the agent. Barry was like, I can't let you get an agent and not have another.
You guys got Barry Katz.
Yeah.
Right.
Barry was like, listen, if you're going to sign him, you got to sign him too.
Yeah.
And
it's not Tony Orlando and Dawn Katz.
Yeah, I know. It's whatever.
You can sign Dawn. You
Yeah.
Just let me be Dawn.
So
Let Dawn spread her wings,
come
man.
on. Dawn's got to fly.
Dawn, let Dawn fly now.
But yeah, Tim was just like, I would book gigs. I started booking gigs. And he was just like, dude, we should split that money. I'm like, fucking, are you out of your mind, dude?
You must be tripping.
You must be tripping the fuck out. And so it was like, no, he was just wrong. He was just not right. And he dug himself the hole that he's in.
Let's talk about you. When you decide that at the end of a comedy team run, when you have to drop that hatchet and end it.
I had to end it in the hospital. I was laying in a hospital bed. He comes in telling me that we've got gigs set up. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the hospital.
What were we in the hospital for?
Blood clots. Blood clots.
All right. Maximum respect to John Dimaggio. Scene. Ding 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 ding. Ganja smuggling down the morning. Maximum respect.
No,
Security will be tight in the Iron Man
right
fashion.
now.
Lady
Westmoreland
blushes.
County, hold tight.
Hold tight.
This one right here is
Massa
from
Pico,
D.
you know you're
Brown.
large.
What
D.
you gonna
Brown.
do? D. Brown, right there. This one is for all them in Brooklyn.
Call up Pause Boutique in there in Brooklyn.
That's exactly.
So he wanted you to heal faster.
Yeah, he was like, it was fucking ridiculous, dude. I dropped the hammer. I was like, raw! I freaked out.
Take the mask off your face.
Yeah, right. Fucking. Hold on a second.
It's over. Hit your nurse call button. And when
Pulling
the
out
nurse
the fucking IVs and shit, just like fucking Hulk smash. It was fucked
I like
up.
when you hit your nurse call button like on the sly, like he can't see it, and when the nurse comes in, just go, tell him it's over. She goes, I'm sorry.
What do you want me to do? Tell him it's over?
That's a huge break because you're leaving. You're leaving the thrill of the live performance behind.
No, absolutely.
Like
it was heartbreaking. Listen, it was heartbreaking leaving stand up behind because I loved doing it. I loved the rush.
How many
of it.
times did you go up alone after that?
20.
And it just wasn't the same?
It just wasn't the same. I just was like, meh. It just wasn't it. And then somebody gave me some shit. Like I got some feedback. Some casting agent saw me at the Improv in LA and was like, oh, his act was really blue. And it was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm just doing this for me now. Like, I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit about, I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to get a fucking development deal.
She meant sad.
Oh, John, you're so sad, man.
His act was so
Oh,
blue.
his act was so blue.
So blue. You're up there.
Little tears.
A frowny clown mouth.
And then this one time I
almost died.
Almost died, and then he came in and was telling me we have more gigs, and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh my God.
You might be the person I smoked the most pot with.
Yeah.
In the shortest amount of time.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
It was good times.
Sorry, it was good
No
times.
way.
Yeah, no, it was all right.
No, it's great. Nothing bad about it whatsoever.
There you go. Good.
So when you go, here's the reason I'm asking you about when you read doing things like Pauly, for example, when I went in for Pauly.
Yes.
They gave me a picture of a blue-crowned conure bird. And they're like, just come on in and make up this guy. And like, it's a bird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. Did I ever tell you the story how this all went down?
No.
So I put it off. I'm like, I don't want to do the voice of a bird. This is before people were like making money doing voiceovers.
Yeah.
I'm like, canceled. I canceled. And Barry Cat just kept going, this is, it's DreamWorks, man. You got to get in there and make an holy shit moment. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't have any holy or shit. or a moment. I don't know. It's a picture of a bird.
Right, yeah.
So then they send me a VHS tape of a blue crowned conure on a stick, just walking back and forth. It's like on like 4 hours of audition as a voice guy. Is it the same as auditioning for like acting, where you go into a room?
Yeah, sometimes.
Show them what you got.
Yeah. Putting on a show. Here it comes.
I need dolls to sparkle, dolls to shine. Are you there, God? It's me, Neely O'Hara.
Yeah, you go in, you record stuff. You can record stuff at home. And for auditions, you can go show up at your agent's office and audition. For those of you that are listening that don't know, it's just, that's it. You just record stuff, and sometimes you'll show up at a casting director's office. You'll read for them. You'll read in studio. They'll have a studio session set up. A bunch of callbacks will come in or what have you, and you'll go in and do stuff. And listen, you and I both know how we can work a microphone, so that's, that, when I say cut, when I said cut our teeth earlier, that's really like how to work a room.
Yeah.
That break our ass back in the day. Like it was hard fucking work. Remember doing like 7 or 8 shows on a fucking Saturday night, driving around but
I'd rather do those 7 on a Saturday than that one you got to drive to Springfield or Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Oh God!
And do a bowling alley with a bunch of like.
Listen, man, you're going to West Adams. You got to take the 2. The 2 high. Have you ever been on the 2 North, man? It's unbelievable.
No, I've never been on the 2 North.
That is invaluable. I have found that is invaluable to.
You can be in a room for 15 minutes before I
even read anything.
Everybody in the
everybody's
room.
cracking, and everybody's
Everybody
cracking
in the waiting room after you's like,
Yeah.
God, I don't have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's quiet. It's quiet sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's nice to know that
sit in the silence in the waiting room, trying to figure out what the fuck I did, and I come out and just like, hey guys, have a great audition. Gagoosh! Boom!
Drive all the way up. It's past Springfield, man. You got
past Springfield.
You got to stop in Boston and pick up Don Gavin, man.
Why would I have to stop in Boston if I'm going to Springfield?
Listen,
Barry, I'm confused.
You got to just listen. The gig's $75. Will you take it, man?
Sure.
It's canceled. Sorry,
but you just hello.
I'm
hello.
Sorry.
Look, I got Godfrey on the other line. I gotta go, man.
Listen, man.
How do you wind up getting Adventure Time, like the gig of all gigs?
Fucking audition, man.
Do you?